Alright, let's do this little video here. As a gentleman on Rimfire Central has asked the question, is a rifle sling a necessity on a squirrel gun? Well, that's a squirrel gun, okay? That's a 28-ounce scope. The level weighs a little bit. And that's an aftermarket barrel, but it's not a bull barrel. Is this a light gun? No. Probably would be considered a medium weighted gun. Okay. But you start getting into the weight of this gun right here. Would I want to pack this thing around in the woods without a sling squirrel hunt? The answer is no. I hunted without a sling for, I believe it was 35 years. Never even had a sling on a rifle. Deer rifle, center fire, or a squirrel gun, okay? But I used, for quite a few years, I used a Model 64 action and shoots rifle, which didn't weigh very much, about 6 pounds plus a light scope. But I was younger then, okay? And I didn't take the gear to the woods with me that I take now. So, to me, a sling is a good idea, and I believe there's some safety involved with a sling as well, okay? Especially if you have a hunting partner. The rifle barrel, will be pointed up while you're walking versus trying to pack it. Alright, and then you have the use of both hands, which could keep you from falling or break your fall. Okay, now you can fall with a rifle on a sling and damage a gun, and you can fall with a gun not on a sling and damage the gun, or the scope. And there are some smart times you need to unsling a gun when you're, depending on the terrain. Okay. I use a stick when I go to walk. It actually helps me. It would have even helped me when I was younger. Okay, but we didn't have the internet and all these grand ideas floating around from different people. And I also take a shooting stick with me when the leaves are off. So I got 2 sticks with me and a shooting bag. And a rangefinder around my neck, and most times now a pair of binoculars. Okay, now, there's different kinds of slings. You will never, ever see me use a leather sling on a squirrel rifle, especially one that's this heavy or heavier. Why is that? This sling right here has got some give to it, okay? It alleviates some of the shock factor on your shoulder. You take thousands of steps. It's just like your knees. Your knees are feeling pressure when you walk. Well, your shoulder is going to feel the pressure of this gun when you walk. But this elastic sling, I believe this is a Butler Creek. This is really the only thing I run on all my squirrel guns, even my center fires. Not overly expensive. I mean, it's sort of a throwaway item, meaning, if it lasts you 5 years and you do some wear and tear on it up in here. I've got one I've wore out, okay? You see what's happening to that one there? But leather slings look nicer, and there's nicer looking guns than that gun right there, Those Coopers look good, don't they? Well, a nice looking rifle don't mean it's going to shoot. It doesn't mean it's going to serve your purpose. Okay, this gun here's getting beat up. That stock's not that old. Look at the marks on that stock. So I recommend a rifle sling. Now, can a rifle sling cost you some game in the wild? Has it cost me? The answer is yes. But, you can be a stalking and something can show, you can see a squirrel real quick and it might get away from you because you can't get the gun off your back fast enough. But there's trade-offs in life. You're in the woods for 4 hours walking around. That sling is probably going to help you. It will here in Tennessee where I live, boys. It's rough around here in places. All right? You can fall. And then you have the use of your hands to smoke cigarettes, use binoculars, use your cell phone, I guess, if you wanted to, and other equipment, you know, whatever you want to do. Freeing up your hands, I think, is big. You know, it's just more comfortable for me. But I did it for a lot of years, you know, not using a sling. But leather slings, now some slings, you know, they're thinner here, all right? And some are wider. You see that dimple on that there? Some slings will set up on clothing on your shoulder better, especially when you get into more siding places walking. And that's key too. You know, some slings, they just don't set right on one shoulder, and they want to like try to slip off. Leather don't really offer much for grip. I believe you'll find this, it would be better to subject this to moisture, water. I have a lot when it's raining. I don't believe it'd be real wise to get leather wet. Probably won't do it as well. You know, in the long haul, leather slings are generally more expensive. They do look nicer. But you won't ever catch me with one on a gun. I have run some. So yeah, the sling is a good idea, and then you got to figure out what kind you want and how much money you want to spend, okay? It needs to be adjustable, because you may find yourself adjusting this sling out for colder weather wearing more clothes, or making it shorter hunting in hotter weather wearing fewer clothes. All right, and then, you know, you have the different way slings mount. I like this simple here. You see what I got. These slings can be bought with these ends already on them, by the way. I think I bought mine. Most of them been bought at Walmart except for one. I can't remember what they cost exactly. I think around 25 bucks. They may have went up some. Yeah, that's a squirrel gun all right there, boys. It's packed around a lot. My paint job is waning on me a little bit. I'm going to have to touch that barrel up eventually, but not right now. That's a CZ 457 with a varmint channeled barrel on it, okay? With a Lilja varmint sport taper barrel in 17 Mach 2. Maybe this will help that gentleman out. Hope you enjoyed.